Good morning and welcome to Bumblebee Junction.
Okay, hi guys and welcome back to the channel. All of those beautiful carrots, we gotta do a little bit of something with them, so hold on and we'll have a little fun. Okay, I have a nice sink full of fresh carrots over here and got my peeler and my knife and everything out. First thing I need to do is get these washed, cut the ends off and get them peeled so I can get them all grated up. So this is going to take me a little bit, so let me go ahead and get this part done real quick. Okay, just a quick look here before I get started. Yeah, I have a lot of shredded up carrots. No, that is not a brown spot, that is a shadow from the lid. Sorry. But I got everything set up in here. And I'm going to get started here in just a second. Thought I'd show you everything before I turn this into a giant mess. Come over here real quick and see if we can't get a screenshot in front of the recipe card. The back of the recipe card. Now I will take pictures of these and Mark can post them up. But yeah, it is time to get in here nice and heavy. Have a lot of baking to do today. And Mark did ask for extra carrots in his carrot bread. So, yeah. Let me get set up to start getting this all mixed up. I'm going to take you through it step by step. Okay, I'm set up to get the dry ingredients done. Now, I am going to be doubling this recipe. This recipe is for 1 loaf. I'm going to be making 2 at a time. So I'm going to put in 3 cups of flour. And on this plate, I have everything measured out. I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1½ teaspoons of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, a teaspoon of ground ginger, and a half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg. Just lay that out so you can see them all measured out here. And the only thing I'm going to do at this point is just whisk this together. Already smells good. Okay, I have that all whisked together really nice. I'm going to set this aside for a moment. I'm going to get all of my wet ingredients together and get my stand mixer and everything set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have my stand mixer ready, and I'm going to start just by reminding everybody I am making 2 loaves. I am doubling this. So I'm going to put in 1 cup of vegetable oil, 4 eggs, this is 2 cups of packed brown sugar, 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened applesauce, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and all of these carrots, which I'm putting in 4 cups. It calls for 1.5 cups, but Mark asked for extra carrots. Okay, now I'm going to turn the stand mixer on. It's going to be a little bit noisy, so I'm just going to put a little break in here. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, got all my dry ingredients here. Got all my wet ingredients. Get these put in here real quick. Nuts, in this case I'm using pecans. I'm just going to stir this up. Now I already have the oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I have 2 glass loaf pans. And I have already greased the loaf pans, but finish mixing this up here real quick. These are 1.5 quart loaf pans, and they're my favorite loaf pans. So it almost looks to me like I'm going to end up making 3 loaves out of this batch, but we'll see how. I would have used my bigger ones, but I really like the size that these make as far as getting put away in the freezer. I don't know, it might be pretty close here. Hold on. I know everybody has a preference on what size loaves of bread they like to make, and in particular I would like, no, it's going to work out just fine. These will be just fine. I really want to get some of these frozen and put away for over the winter, and these are just the perfect size to get frozen into gallon freezer bags. So it's going to work out just perfect. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get these in the oven. They're going to bake for 55 to 65 minutes. Now they will be complete when you stick a toothpick in and the toothpick comes out dry. So your time may vary just a little bit. I think the last time I made these I had to leave them in an extra 5 minutes, but certainly won't hurt them. But I also did use a different size loaf pan, so I'm going to go ahead and get these in the oven. Oven's already preheated. 55 to 65 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay, these are the first 2 loaves out. Look fantastic. I'm going to let these cool for a few minutes so I can get my loaf pans cleaned up. I'm going to get another set back into the oven as fast as I can. We'd really like to have 6 or 8 loaves to get frozen, but I know we're going to have to eat one right away. And I will also be making a cream cheese frosting for these, so hold on and I'll be back. Okay, I am all done baking. I came up with 10 loaves in total. Yep, absolutely perfect. That one is plated because I am going to be doing a little something with it in a few minutes. Yes, we have 10, and it is time to talk about frosting. Okay, now I'm working on the frosting. Just trying to do some of this off camera because it's messy, but then you won't get the gist of what I'm doing. So, gonna make a mess. Now what I am doing here, because I'm kind of limited on the size of the bowl on my stand mixer, but I have 10 loaves. I'm going to make frosting on this clip for 5. And then I will come back later and make the rest before I freeze it. So what I'm doing is getting the cream cheese in the bowl, and then I'm going to clean my hands and tell you what I'm doing next. It's really messy, I know, but okay. I will take a picture of the single batch for frosting, but again, I have 10 loaves. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 5 of them right now. So, I have 5 times 4 ounces of cream cheese. Now the cream cheese that I bought was in 8-ounce packages, so I have 2.5. And now this is softened at room temperature. And I need 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter for each one. And this too is at room temperature. I'm going to just kind of chunk it up as I put it in here. And I know it's a little messy, but well worth it. Now I need 1 cup of confectioner's powdered sugar for each batch. So I have 5 cups here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit, and then as it mixes I will add more. I need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, so I have 5 times that measured out in here. Go ahead and put that in, and a pinch of salt. So just going to put tiny little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. throw a little over my shoulder. And then we're going to start mixing this up. Just kind of on slow. Oh, I did forget the cinnamon. I do have, it's a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon times 5, and I did measure it out into a bigger spoon. But and move my mixer over here. I'm going to start it out on slow, and I should probably move that over where you can see it a little bit better. And then I will add the remaining as it goes. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I still did manage to make a wonderful mess, but that is the joy of baking. Yeah, I'm going to stick my finger in it. Very, very good. Now, I do need to make a second batch, and I do have 1 loaf set aside to go ahead and taste now. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have 10 batches of frosting. Yeah, I made the other 5 up. I have 1 sacrificial carrot cake loaf right there. Yeah, it's time to get some frosting on that and test it out. Hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have all of the frosting ready. That is a lot of frosting. And I have this one that I'm going to go ahead and frost. I'm going to take a little piece of it. I have been sampling all of these sweets all day, and be honest, I am about sweeted out. So I'm going to take a slice. I'm going to take a little bite. Then I'm going to run it in and let Mark eat it. But the next thing after that I need to do is I have 10 loaves to get into the freezer. So I'm going to work on getting that done, and I'll show you how I do that. There is a piece all done, and you can see the little carrot bits in it. It's going to take a little bite because, like I said, I am sweeted out. I have been nibbling on these all day, so it's going to take one little bite here. Yeah, really good. Really enjoy it. But I do need to get the rest of these in the freezer, and I need to get the rest of this frosting set up to get it into the freezer too. So hold on, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm just going to go through this just one time. I do have an awful lot of these to get into the freezer. But I'm going to lay out one piece of plastic. And I'm going to wrap it in plastic first. Make sure that I cover all of it in plastic. I'm going to lay out a piece of foil. I'm going to wrap that in foil. Now, 2 of these loaves fit into a gallon bag, side by side. And there is still a little bit of space above them. Now they will fit in there side by side. But you can also freeze the frosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill a bag. I'm going to put it in there with them. And then when you're ready to use it, you can just cut the edge off. So I make, see, 8, 9. I have 9 to freeze. So I'm going to make 9 of these bags. But I'm using the funnel on top so that I don't make a mess on the edge of the bag. Actually goes down there a lot easier than you'd think. And I have a lot of frosting to get through, so just seal it up, flatten it out, and then you add them into the bags that you're freezing, and you can put it in the freezer and pull it out anytime in about the next 6 months. Have ready-made frosting and carrot cake bread. Okay, so carrot cake is Mark's favorite cake. Carrot bread is, yeah, his favorite bread. Now, we do make a lot of other different breads around here, but yeah, one of his favorites, and gonna top it off with a little something sweet. Yeah, so it has been a very long day. I am wore out and a little on the, had too much sweets today, so yeah, because you can't make anything without taste testing it, right? Yeah, I know you're with me, but I am going to go ahead and get out of here. It has been a long evening. It is time for some better for me kind of food. Been eating sweets all day. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell to let you know when we're cooking up something else fantastic in the kitchen. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything at all in your mind, please leave them in the little box below. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. But yeah, I do have to go because it is supper time and I have had a bit too much sweet stuff today, and it is time to have, you know, a little bit of real food. So don't forget we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.